If you stay till the end of this video, I'm going to be breaking down every single social media platform like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and even TikTok, and show you how you can use it in your business to go and get more business. Now, I'm going to be breaking down each part of these platforms because you shouldn't be just cross promoting. You cannot post the same thing you post on Instagram, also on Facebook, TikTok, and LinkedIn. It doesn't make sense, especially if you're a real estate agent. So we're going to be going exactly over what you should post, how many times you should post, and what type of content you should post on each platform. What's up, everybody? My name is JP Ganem. I've been a real estate agent for 7 years and over $100 million in sales and over 100 transactions. This year we became top 1.5% agent attractor at eXp Realty. I also have a company called Create Quality Leads where we install our client acquisition systems in your business. So let's get straight into it and let's talk about Facebook first. Now, Facebook's organic reach is completely atrocious. It's not even worth actually seeing it as a lead source. So what I see Facebook is it's a pay to play system. So this is a system that you can generate massive amounts of leads from, but you do want to be posting on there and have some content on there to build your credibility when somebody does look at your Facebook profile. Now, what you want to be doing is posting maybe 2-3 times a week on Facebook, and you want to be posting things like properties, make it a little bit more personal, maybe you with the properties, maybe you talking about a property, your open houses, things like that. That's all good content to go on Facebook. But the thing here and the real key is that you want to make sure that your Facebook profile doesn't look like it's a cemetery. You don't want it to look like nobody's ever been on your Facebook profile in years. And if you're a brand new agent and you just don't know where to get leads, pay to play on Facebook is probably one of the best ways we do it. We set up our client acquisition machines with our clients that Create Quality Leads directly on Facebook and Instagram. So this is the most effective way and the cheapest way to get leads. So you might be wondering, how much money do I have to spend on Facebook in order to get leads? So I mean, the minimum that I would recommend that you spend on Facebook ads is $10 a day. Now that's $300 a month. Consider you get one deal off of $300 a month. What is the ROI for you? In my market, that's 10K a deal. So spending $300 and getting 10K back, that's a risk that I think everybody should be willing to take. Now, the next question is, what type of ad should you be running? Now, in the description, we have a video that'll show you exactly what type of ad to be running, but the ad I like to run is a custom list of homes. Now, this gives you the opportunity to find people who are looking for homes. Then you might say, hey, you know what? I only want listings. The true reality is, guys, it is much cheaper to target sellers by targeting buyers, because a lot of the times, I'd say 7 out of 10 times, the buyer is actually having a house that they need to sell anyways. So it's easier to maybe get a lead for $5 a lead rather than pay $40, $50 a lead for a seller lead and have to deal with that situation that might not even pan out. Now, the next thing you want to do on Facebook is something called retargeting. So retargeting is essentially being able to get your ad in front of people who have already clicked or maybe even seen your ad already. So what I recommend here is spending $5 a day. It's not a huge budget, but the ROI is massive. Now think about this. The person who sees your ad is maybe not going to buy or sell a house right away, but if they continuously see it, when the time is right, it will be in front of them and they will be a lead who has already built trust with you because they've been seeing you for the last 4 to 6 months and they actually want to reach out to you now because they're ready. But if you weren't to have that going and you don't retarget, you'd basically be forgotten the minute that they see your ad. Think about when we're looking at our inside sales process. So we don't just touch the client once, meaning that we text him or call him one time. We touch them 12 times before we even get a proper response from them. Marketing is the exact same situation. So you need to be touching your clients a lot of times, and I don't mean inappropriately. If you guys do want to learn how to properly retarget, comment below and maybe I'll make a video about that. Now, the next one is something that is near and dear to my heart, and it is Instagram. Now, I've done a whole bunch of business. I counted last year and it was over 200K GCI just from Instagram, and that's people direct messaging me. So that's not me running really ads on the platform. It's just people seeing my content over a long period of time, and then building that trust with me and eventually reaching out to me and sending me a DM saying, hey, you know what, I've been thinking about buying, or hey, I have this deal that I need to sell, I need to get rid of this assignment, something like that, right? So Instagram has been my bread and butter for many years, and that's because the amount of personalization that you can do with Instagram. So to make Instagram super personal, you need to be doing two things. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is posting on your feed. Now you want to be posting on your feed 2, 3, even 4 times a week, and you want that mix to be 80 and 20. So I use the 80-20 rule all the time. 80% of my content should be more personal. Maybe I'm doing something really cool in fitness. Maybe I'm doing something really cool. I'm cooking a nice meal. Things like that. You really want to put a brand behind the image, and you want to really be that personal person. So there's a reason why $1 Million Listing does so well. It's because people want to see what the life is behind the real estate agent. So they don't want to just see a realtor promote his ads. They didn't opt in to seeing a magazine full of real estate. You want to post 80% more personal stuff, and 20% you can post properties, tours, open houses, things like that. You can also incorporate the two. So instead of just posting the open house, maybe you're making a video talking about the open house, talking about how you're going to be there and how you're set up and how you put the signs out, but then somebody knocked your sign down and you had to go beat them up. I'm kidding. Just something that the viewer can actually relate to. The other thing I like posting is if you see something really weird about a property or quirky, these are things that can go extremely viral. So this will just drive more traffic to your page and allow you to get in front of more people. So if you see something like, let's say, a toilet with a rug underneath, or a toilet with carpet, those were a thing 40-50 years ago. So I like posting things like that, and they get sent around a whole bunch, which eventually leads to people just landing on your page. Guys, people don't want to work with a property. They want to work with the person behind the property. There's never a time where somebody will be like, oh, that's a really nice property, I want to work with the agent who has that listing listed. They say, hey, you know what, that's a nice listing agent. I like the way they're talking to the camera and displaying themselves and how they articulate themselves online. Maybe I should reach out to them, and maybe they can actually help me find my next house. So basically, to summarize, guys, 80-20 on Instagram, 80% personal, 20% just straight properties, and you can mix the two, you can play with it. And then you want to post 2, 3, 4 times a week. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is Instagram stories. Hey guys, JP here. If you are getting value out of this video, I'd really appreciate if you subscribe. It helps me make more videos and push more of this content out to agents who might need it. Let's get back to the video. Instagram stories is the raw and uncut version. So if you're looking at a movie, pretend your feed is like the finished product and the stories are like the raw and uncut behind the scenes. This is actually the place where I build the most amount of trust with my clients, because people are seeing me as a real person, not just somebody on a billboard. This allows you to post funny things that happen to you throughout the day. Maybe you're going on a walk with your dog. Maybe you're working really hard late at night. These are all things that you can post and make sure that they're posted on your story. On top of that, you can also add fun things to a story like polls. You can talk about, hey, would you guys want to buy this house with a toilet that has carpet underneath it? Yes or no? And then call out the people that maybe said yes, like, hey, what is wrong with you? No, don't call them out. You just want to have fun with it. You want to make sure people are engaged. The other thing that you can also do is actually add hashtags to your stories, so that actually gets more reach when you're trying to get to non-followers. And there's a whole bunch of other things that you can do with stories. A lot of my clients actually just come to me because they see the work ethic that I'm putting in, and I'm not really posting me partying and popping bottles. Not like I do that anymore, because that's just become extremely unproductive in what I'm trying to achieve in the world, but that's for a whole nother video. Now, what I post is I like to post things that help give value to the end consumer. So you want to be posting things that maybe might be educational, maybe incorporate humor with the education. These are all things that disappear within 24 hours, so don't be shy to get a little bit outside the box and kind of do some weird things on stories. If you're watching a podcast, you're watching a YouTube video, you're reading a book, these again are all amazing things to post on your story, and you want to be doing this on a daily basis. So take the pressure off, guys. This doesn't need to be something that needs to be extremely well thought out. When I'm making my stories now, I usually don't make it take longer than 20 seconds, but you do want to be posting one story a day. Now let's get into my new favorite, and that's the one that you guys are on right now, which is YouTube. So YouTube has become extremely popular amongst real estate agents. That being said, not a lot of agents are doing it or even think they have the confidence to be doing it because it sounds super confusing. Now, it might sound super confusing because it is something called an SEO optimized type of social media platform. So what that means is it's search engine optimized type of social media platform. So basically you can search things on here. It kind of acts as Google. With YouTube, you really want to pay attention to the tags, the descriptions, the titles, things like that, because Google is the #1 search platform, but YouTube is #2. So that makes it extremely important when people are searching for homes in Vancouver or they're relocating from an area. This is where you can really shine. I'll put a couple of ideas of videos that you guys can get started on making right now on the screen and use these to go ahead and just start implementing. It doesn't need to be pretty. Your YouTube videos will get better and better as you go, but you want to make sure that you're just posting something. The other cool thing with YouTube is that it lives there forever. So it's not like a story that goes away or an Instagram post that stops getting engagement after 2-3 days. It is a video that can continue to grow for years and years to come. The other thing is that Facebook and Instagram have a view count, but the view count only lasts 1 second. So meaning if even somebody watched 1 second of your video, that counts as a view. With YouTube, it needs to be 30 seconds. So you're getting 30x the return on your views, meaning that trust is being built 30 times longer than somebody who watches your Facebook or Instagram post. And at the beginning with YouTube, you're okay to just do 1 video a week. You want to work that up to 2, but at the start, it's just about getting that 1 out. Let's talk about LinkedIn. So a lot of people disregard LinkedIn because they think it's just a resume platform. They think it's just a professional place where you can find job listings, things like that. Well, not too long ago, LinkedIn completely changed the way their layout is, and they wanted to make it more of a social sharing platform. So you can connect with a lot of high quality, high net worth individuals just on LinkedIn. A lot of key people like Gary Vaynerchuk are actually going all in on LinkedIn because when a new platform is announced like this or their new way of doing things, their engagement is typically really cheap. So they're pushing your content more than maybe Facebook is because Facebook already reached the point of maturity where they can charge a lot for their ads. The amount of times you want to post on this platform is very similar to Facebook, so 2-3 times a week, and you want to be posting things, in a little bit more of a professional manner, but you still want to be posting. Now the last one is TikTok, and TikTok's really interesting because it's honestly not too old, but you might be wondering and saying, hey JP, I don't want to go on TikTok because my clients and the demographic that I work with is 35 to 40 years old. And all TikTok is a bunch of 15, 16-year-olds on there. Now let me break this down and why you should be posting on TikTok because of 2 reasons. The first reason is that those 17-year-olds in the next 5 years are actually going to be probably buying their first property. So if you want to be able to help a lot of those new first-time home buyers, that's going to be your bread and butter. Now the second thing, and the thing that happens to me a lot, is those 16, 17-year-olds, they have parents or they have grandparents or they have aunts and uncles. So when they're asked, hey, do you know anybody or is any of your friends' parents a real estate agent? They might say, hey, you know what? No, but JP is this agent that I've been following on TikTok for a while. He does some really cool stuff and really creative out of the box marketing. And honestly, you should probably just call him and give him a conversation about your property. And those are the situations that you want to be taking advantage of. The other really cool thing about TikTok is the organic reach is insane. I've had videos hit 50, 60, 70,000 views and I didn't even know what I was doing on that platform. So taking advantage of that and funneling those large view counts to maybe your Instagram where it becomes more personal is my biggest strategy that I use. The other really cool thing about TikTok is they actually tell you what you should be posting. So unlike YouTube, you have to go find a topic. You're going to look at the topics that I put on the screen earlier. You're going to do things like that. TikTok just has a For You page that shows you trending stuff that's happening right now. The only thing that you have to do is then go take those topics and take those ideas and kind of do it in your own way. This allows you to express your creativity in a way that you haven't really done before, which might be a little uncomfortable, but sometimes being uncomfortable is exactly what you need to be in order to take advantage of something that's so new. So I know we all missed the boat on Facebook and Instagram, but this is an opportunity for you to take TikTok by the horns and make it yours. TikTok also released paid advertising, which is extremely cheap right now. So if you do want to take advantage of that, that's also a possibility. So hopefully you guys got a whole bunch of value from that. You can understand now which platforms you want to specifically leverage for your business. If you were going to do it big, do it all. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments below or let me know what other videos you guys want to see. See you guys on the next one.